pulled up lame, a pulled calf muscle, and so Tammy Whitlinger will oppose Steffi Graf. Good afternoon. I'm Bud Collins along with Tracy Austin. And Tracy, never mind who's number 2, who's number 3 in the world. Who cares in Barcelona? This is for bragging rights, and Conchita wants to be the braggart.
First, Bud, I want to congratulate you on getting inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame this summer. What an honor.
Well, I wanted to catch up with you, that's all.
I was there. I was great. It really was special and emotional.
Thank you.
Now back to the tennis. Conchita Martinez is the hottest player on the women's circuit right now.
20 straight wins.
That's right. I talked to her coach, Eric Van Harpen, earlier. He said she got over 2 big hurdles. The first one being winning Wimbledon, a Grand Slam title, and the second one beating Arantxa Sanchez Vicario last Sunday in Stratton Mountain. She hadn't beaten her in 2 years, and she said she was getting a mental block against Arantxa.
Well, she's hurdled that block, but Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, what's she going to do? She wants to be number 1 in Barcelona.
She does, and she's going to have to use her 2 best weapons, her consistency and her speed out there. Hit the ball very deep, not let Conchita control the points, and also if Conchita starts to hit lots of loopy shots, Arantxa's going to want to come in, hit those out of the air, be aggressive, attack the ball.
They're on the court now, taking their last warm-up swings. Conchita, who elevated herself to another level, and in this tournament, Natalie Baudoni, an Italian, hard-hitting Ginger Helgeson out of Minnesota, who now lives beside the Pacific. And look at that score against Jana Novotná. So much easier than anyone had imagined. Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, the other Barcelonan, the better-known Barcelonan, caught up by Conchita, and here against the Frenchwoman Sandrine Testou, Marianne Werdell. Arantxa said she hits harder than Mary Pierce, and she got bageled in the first set. Got it together, and a strong German, Christina Zinger. So here they are, facing one another for the 8th time in their careers. And here is the head-to-head. It was 5-1 for Arantxa Sanchez Vicario until last week on a mountaintop, Stratton, Vermont. And that's how high Conchita is these days. 20 consecutive victories, and in 3 sets, she beat Arantxa. That meant a lot to her.
Yes, the 4 times before that they played, Conchita had not won a set. So I'm sure she's riding high with a lot of confidence after her win at Wimbledon. Of course, before Wimbledon, everybody thought of Conchita Martinez as more of a clay court player. Now she's an all-round player, winning on hard courts, grass, clay, whatever.
And the winner gets one of those huge Toshiba television screens in the background. This is the dough. And what a month July was for Conchita Martinez in winning Wimbledon, the U.S. hard courts, and pairing with Arantxa Sanchez Vicario to take Spain to the Federation Cup. That's the worldwide team championship for Wimbledon. It was a $600,000 July. Happy July to you, Conchita Martinez.
Not bad. And that's interesting because these two are such rivals, number 2 and 3 in the world, but yet 1 time a week they go together, they play on the same team, they play doubles together for Spain, and they've talked about it. It's difficult, they're friends, but still there is that rivalry.
There's a little edge always, just like with Pete Sampras and Jim Curry, or even though lifelong friends. These are not lifelong friends, and Conchita will lead off. She was the finalist here 2 years ago, losing to Jennifer Capriati, and Arantxa lost the title round to Steffi Graf a year ago. Boy, this Conchita, she is really a hot tamale. Only 7 unforced errors last night against Jana Novotná. Strokes to open it up, and it's love 15.
Nobody hitting too close to the lines in that point, just wanting to get the feel, get the rhythm. But that's probably going to be a typical length of the rally. Both players very steady.
We can't go till Tuesday, though, can we? Well, Senorita topspin gave Arantxa one of those sky climber balls. Bring a ladder, Arantxa. You're here for a while.
I think that's what she's planning on doing. Hitting a lot of those high shots, waiting for the best opportunity to come in, hit the short shot, and approach. I talked to Conchita's coach, and he said that was the plan, because before they played last week, Conchita was never patient enough. She always went for the big shot too soon. He wants her to wait for the right opportunity, wait till the short shot, and then go for the big winner.
That's unusual, and that's what they were practicing just before they came out here. Eric Van Harpen, her coach, was feeding her high, short balls, and she was bashing them with the forehand, going for the winner on each one.
Quite slow, which will make the points longer. Conchita coming in, Arantxa getting it down at Conchita's feet. Didn't really move in quick enough, Bud. Let it get down low.
30-40. She doesn't have the volleying instincts, but she can volley. It's break point.
Sanchez, Vicario.
Due to circumstances beyond our control, we're unable to show you the picture on the new Toshiba FST Perfect. The problem...
T-Perfect, as good as television gets. By JCPenney, doing it right. By Skintimate Shave Gel for women, there's no softer way to shave. And by clinically proven Rembrandt Whitening Toothpaste.
At La Costa, a hard court. It is brilliant blue overhead, and it is hot. It would be more than 100 degrees on that court. Radiating heat. Sanchez Vicario, her back to us. This is the battle for #1 in Barcelona. Forget the world.
Earlier I talked about this court being particularly slow. They put more gravel into the texture of the court, more texture. The ball, the ball is grabbed when it hits the ground. They played last week in Stratton, of course, in high altitude, which makes the ball fly. So the ball's going to be much quicker.
Arantxa said it was quite an adjustment to come here from the mountains.
Because Conchita's going to hit those high looping topspin. Arantxa wants to let her know right away she's going to sneak in, hit that volley. Great footwork on that as well.
30 love. That's the way to treat those topspin loopers. Be aggressive. Well, not a bad record. Each woman has won 4 tournaments, and each the major. The French for Arantxa, Wimbledon for Conchita. 40 love. And game, 2 of them for Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. We've just begun. Best of 3 set semifinal at the Toshiba.
Vicario, 2 games to 1.
Here's Conchita. We saw her win her first tournament this year on the clay of Hilton Head, then beating Martina Navratilova in the Italian and Wimbledon.
15.
Arantxa's 4 titles have all come on clay, whereas Conchita's won 2 on clay, 1 on grass, and 1 on hard.
Well, that inside-out forehand of Conchita's is dynamite.
She can hit it anywhere she wants. This is her biggest weapon. Look at her run around that backhand. Short little angle, took some pace off of it.
It's short of the net.
But that point was started out by Conchita's wide serve to Arantxa's forehand. Set up this forehand approach. She's coming to the net more. We saw her come to the net a lot at Wimbledon. And she did well up there.
Net point. Ooh, Arantxa.
And that's Arantxa's weapon. If she has the opportunity, she'll run around her forehand and hit a backhand. Her balance is so good on it. Everything leaning forward, that upper body going forward.
40-15, it's love 2.
Oh! 40-30.
Sanchez, Vicario. They were teammates not very long ago. Spain winning the Federation Cup. And they were silver medalists in doubles at Barcelona 2 years ago. So Conchita is on the board, but Sanchez Vicario with a 1-break lead, 2 games to 1.
Vicario leads 2 games.
Looks like she's wearing fakes. But it's not. It's Falsy's mascara.
I'm too sexy for my shirt, so Elway, Kelly, the NFL on NBC. Nothing's more American.
This is top of the world for Conchita Martinez. Never a winner of a grass court tournament against the all-time champ Navratilova. Match point for the big W. It's hers. And we asked her what this has done. Only last month. What has this done for you, Conchita?
Well, it has a lot of confidence when you win a Grand Slam like Wimbledon and no one expecting you to win it on grass. I mean, it gives you a lot of confidence to next tournaments to know that you can beat a lot of people.
15.
She's a different player, says her coach, Eric Van Harpen. You win Wimbledon. Well, you won the U.S. Open. Did that make you a new Tracy Austin?
Definitely, and especially the few months after. You're on a high. Feel like you can hit almost every ball in.
Oh, boy. Good forcing stuff.
Great technique on that backhand volley. Arantxa Sanchez, such a good volleyer. She's number 3 in the world in doubles. With a volley like this, keeping the racket head nice and firm, just cutting under it a little bit with a slice. It was Mike Estep that convinced Arantxa Sanchez that she should start playing doubles.
What a good coach he is. Helped Martina Navratilova. during his span with her. Very much. It's wide.
30-15.
Oh, Rancha's an iron woman. Singles, doubles, mixed. She said anything they want to hold, I'm playing it.
It's amazing, and she practices more than anybody out there. On her days off, she's out there 2-3 hours during a tournament.
And a serve and volley.
Taking the net away from Conchita. This should make you happy, bud. Serve and volley. Very impressive.
Well, if we're going to lose Martina Navratilova, we got to have somebody do it. She's so quick, she can do it. 3 games to 1 for Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, who broke Martinez in the opening game of the match. Tomorrow, World Basketball Championships. Is this Dream Team 2? Well, the Shaq will be there, Alonzo Mourning, and anybody against him will be in mourning. Reggie Miller leads Dream Team 2. We'll have it here 4 Eastern time on NBC. Hoops.
The U.S. is 2-0 in their pool.
They might just be in their pool. Striper.
Lots of topspin here, bud.
Oh my gosh, it's dizzying.
The racket head well below the ball, brushing up on it, but she did not bend her knees at all. She's looking over at the line. She thought her earlier ball was out.
15 love. Striper. Conchita sort of edged toward the net and got cold feet.
She took one step on that one, then backed up, but it worked out. And she hits the slice backhand on that side. It's so nice to be able to have a heavy topspin like she has on the backhand, as well as the slice. Gives great variety to her game.
30 love. Conchita gave her the same ball 3 consecutive times.
Now, Conchita's plan was to go in and be aggressive on a short ball, but Arantxa does it first. Look where she is, hitting it on the rise.
30-15.
Arantxa moving in on the second serve.
And look at that.
She's the aggressor so far in this match. Taking more risk, more chances. Look how far in she is off the baseline.
For 30 all.
It's her bread and butter right there.
And break point from 30 love. So, Arantxa Sanchez Vicario runs to her chair and has staked out a 4-1 lead.
Vicario leads 4 games to 1.
Blue blocker sunglasses. They're really different.
My name is Geek. I put them on as a shocker. Man, I love these blue blockers.
It's not like 3D, but it's got that effect where everything is so separated.
They're great. Best sunglasses I've ever owned. I've been telling everyone I know about these. Honest to goodness.
So there you have it, folks.
Arantxa, and usually she's with Mama, Marisa Sanchez, whose maiden name was Vicario, and so Arantxa, as a tribute to her mother, attached that to her name to become Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, no hyphen.
Arantxa's father, Emilio Sr., is also here. He rarely comes to any of the smaller tournaments, usually goes to the Grand Slams, but they're going to spend next week here as well as a vacation.
Wonderful area to spend it.
There she goes. Conchita's going to have to hit the ball a little bit more like that. She's waiting to be too patient here, and Arantxa's taking over the points. This one's a little shorter. There's that big forehand. She can go either way. Disguises it very well.
So the first minute opening for Conchita Martinez. She's down 2 breaks. It's 15:30. They first met on a hard court. That was in Sydney, Australia 2 years ago. Sanchez Vicario winning 4-2. Conchita has a break point.
Well, Conchita Martinez has lost by about 15 pounds since Wimbledon. It was a bet with a player to see who could lose the most weight. I tell you, she looks terrific. She's been working with a trainer for about the past 8 months, doing a lot of sprints, no weights.
Conchita edging into the match with her first break of serve. Sanchez Vicario still leading 4-2. Her coach, Conchita's coach, Eric van Harpen.
He's funny. He said, I've been trying to get her to lose a little bit of weight for years, and she does this dumb bet, and there it goes. She loses the weight. He told me it was 15 pounds, so, but at least about 10. She looks very good.
Yeah, I'd say, Eric, it does exaggerate.
He exaggerates sometimes.
Yeah, well, you do that on behalf of your client. 4-2 for Sanchez Vicario. 8th time the Barcelona Bells have squared off. That's high for this afternoon.
It's a patience game out there.
Now look at Spain's reign. French Open. 2, a double for the Spaniards, and the king loved it. He was there. Sergi Bruguera.
And Berasategi got to the finals.
Exactly, 3 of 4 finalists. Spanish.
Sanchez Vicario way ahead in the winners department. She's being more aggressive out there, taking more chances. It's paying off so far. Great angles here from Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, one side of the court to the other.
15-30.
Really using the whole court when she has the opportunity. And it's not 3 feet over her head.
Nope. And so Conchita, who recovered somewhat by breaking Sanchez Vicario, now faces 2 more break points.
I'm surprised she wouldn't change her tactics. Look at break chances. 100%.
It might be good. No.
30-40.
But I was saying I'm surprised Conchita wouldn't change her tactics a bit here. She won Wimbledon by being aggressive, hitting her ground strokes with more pace, more power, more depth, and coming in to the net when she had the chance. Here she's not doing enough.
Here's the point of the set. It's still breaker for Sanchez Vicario to go ahead 5-2.
Here.
Arantxa hit some slice on that one, carried it wide.
Only deuce.
That one was wide. Both players with a high percentage of first serves coming into this match. Conchita Martinez at 77%, Arantxa at 71%. Neither one huge servers. Very consistent.
Shakes off a couple of breakers, but Sanchez Vicario still leads 4-3.
What America needs is a little compassion. More people who care. A place to come home to. What America needs is a little sweet justice. 2 award-winning actresses, 1 heart...
And sport, 400 rolling acres. Oh, what a place to play and rest and get healthy. 2 golf courses, 21 tennis courts. So Arantxa Sanchez Vicario had a wonderful opportunity in the previous game. 15-40, she had her foe, Conchita. She could have been serving for the set here. Now she clings to her 1-break lead, breaking in the first and 5th games. At court. Is Conchita overdoing the patience, or is she maybe a little tight about this winning streak of 20 matches?
I think she's overdoing the patience. She's not really driving the ball Doesn't have a lot of pace and a lot of power on her shot. She's trying to get that loopy topspin, waiting for the short shot, but she should be more aggressive. When she goes to the net, she's successful. 3 approaches, she's won 2.
15. Look at that, 20 straight, 30 of 31. Hasn't lost a tournament final. 3 of 5, the last tournaments entered. She lost in the quarters of the Australian. Semis of the French to Arantxa, who won the title, and of course won Wimbledon. So a chance to change it all around for Conchita, trailing 4-3, but it's 15-30.
Now that second to last shot that Conchita hit, that backhand had a lot more punch on it. She gave it the full swing. She's a lot more confident in that top spin than she was a year ago, before she sliced probably about 75% of the time.
And she became Senorita Topspin. Dream about. 2 breakers.
Conchita is very, very quick. Arantxa hitting a good wide angle. Lots of topspin whipping over that racket head for a winner. Conchita Martinez.
15-40, couple of breakers. And a good serve down the tee. Her favorite, and she blew it.
That is her favorite shot, that inside-out forehand. Loves to run around it, and she can go either way. Whip it down the line or that inside-out forehand cross-court.
Deuce, 4-3, Sanchez Vicario. Clutching a 1-break lead now. She was down 15-40. Point once more.
Unforced error there from Arantxa.
It's long, and the match is even at 4-4.
Wide Open next weekend on NBC.
So the Wimbledon champion, Conchita Martinez, down 2 breaks, down 1-4, strikes back 4 all. It's no fun on the concrete. Point of the match.
Great court coverage here. Arantxa attacking. Look at this backhand volley. Great stretch, great touch.
Oh, a 6-step sprint by Conchita, 15 love.
She gives it her all.
Well, you grew up on this stuff. How's that feel to take a dive on the concrete?
Grass or clay, a lot softer, but points at the net. Arantxa doing very well. 8 of 10, 8 of 11, excuse me. 3 for 4 for Martinez. Both successful when they come in.
15 all, second serve, 4 games all.
Beautiful volley. That is a tough shot. That's something you would see Martina Navratilova hit at her shoe tops. Coming in. Firm volley way out in front of her body. Nice and firm.
Arantxa saying, I got to change things. You've caught up with me. Pass me if you can. And now a couple of breakers for Arantxa.
Conchita getting upset with herself.
This is punch and counter punch.
That's something her coach said that she's also been working on. Conchita has been much more positive in the last couple of months. He likes her attitude. She used to get down on herself, negative.
That's Coach Eric Van Harpen. It's 15-40. Conchita came out of 2 break points the last time she served.
After you shave, now there's comfort in the power of 3. It's soothing Edge aftershave with 3 soothing formulas for 3 specific skin types. And aloe
to be playing against the hometown rival.
No, I don't put pressure on myself. I just think that you know, I have to be more patient because right now she has a lot of confidence and after winning Grand Slam, but I know I have to be, you know, aggressive and wait until I have my chances and, you know, then, you know, try to beat her. But it's not pressure. I don't put pressure on myself. I don't know about her, but doesn't matter if it's Spanish or not. But it's another match, and it's always good, you know, to beat another good tennis player.
Her aggressiveness has been the difference. Why hasn't Conchita been more aggressive, Tracy?
Well, we saw her be very aggressive at Wimbledon. That's how she won the title. But I think she's still used to winning matches from the backcourt. It still isn't ingrained in her head enough that she is good at the net. Doesn't feel as comfortable up there. Arantxa's been working on that for 3 or 4 years. We've got to remember it's a slow process. Arantxa serving with new balls.
Changing on 9 and 11. 9 games played, 5 breaks of serve. Ton of line. Arantxa like a ping pong player on that one. A driving half volley setting up the volley.
We saw Conchita move in on about 4 shots before Arantxa did this.
Look at
but
this.
Arantxa took the chance. On the rise, very good. Then fills in the open court. Conchita missed her opportunity. Took a couple steps in, but wasn't quick enough.
15 love. On the 21st stroke.
But we just saw in that last soundbite, Arantxa saying, you know, this is just another opponent. She doesn't feel any more pressure. And I really think that there has to be a hint of a rivalry because they grew up together. They're both 22 years old, played a lot in the juniors. I mean, you're both from the same country. It's bound to be there.
Sneaker. And she has set points. Very intelligent play. Says, I've had enough of this loopy stuff.
Exactly. Coming in, taking the chance, and it pays off. Conchita should look at that and say, hey, I might try that.
Set points, 3 of them at 40 love.
When Arantxa hits that ball, it's about eye level, so she has a good opportunity, can hit down on the ball.
Beauty, playing from the aggressive. No women's land, maybe, but the half volley gets her the set 6-4.
For some people, everything has to be first class.
She's scampering all over the court. Those feet are moving so well. She's just attacking, attacking, attacking. Obviously something she wants to do since she lost to Conchita just 6 days ago.
Love 30.
Wants to take it to Conchita Martinez and take the match over. Conchita getting frustrated.
And Arantxa's won 10 straight points. And Conchita seems confused. She backs off from attacking positions. Donna Ring is the umpire, an Australian. You've heard her voice.
She travels throughout the year on the women's circuit. Very experienced umpire. Conchita taking advantage of this serve, realizing the ball's going to be high. Good overhead, good wrist snap.
Important game for Conchita to try to reestablish herself. She came all the way back from 1-4 to tie it at 4-all in the first set. point. As once again, Arantxa so aggressive.
But in the middle of that point, Arantxa was out of position, and she does that better than anybody, where she throws a lob high up in the air. This was the end of the point when she won it. But it gives herself a lot of time to get back into the point. Does that better than anybody on the circuit.
It's 30-40. Saves the breaker on the 18th stroke.
At that point, she was moving Arantxa around on the court more, side to side, up and back with some good angles. Arantxa taking a little extra time, get her breath back.
She had position.
She made the tough volley, but the easy one was there. Overhit it.
Well, how easy, though?
Great stab. She was right
there.
Should
have had it. Should have had it. Advantage to Conchita. How to abuse a second serve.
A short second serve. That was about halfway in the service box.
Second deuce. It's our longest game.
She hits it before it gets up too high. Attacks it. Good play.
Whoops.
And again, that's a rare error right there when she gets to take that double-hander and give it the full swing.
That's the chopping block ball. Woo.
Usually that shot's gone for a winner.
And so Conchita survives a break point and has the opening game of the second set, but she's down a set.
If you thought there were no heroes left.
How dare you speak to me this way? Treat your child like this. He's
being inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame in Newport, Rhode Island. What a great day it was. I was so happy to be there, and his family was there with him, as well as his fiancée, Anita Clausen.
Well, Hannah won under the Czech flag. I've had a checkered career, but thank you, ladies and gentlemen and fellow hackers. Wow, what more can I say, Tracy? To be embalmed at Newport, where the original U.S. championships were played, and to hold the door for Hannah Manlikova, who certainly deserved to be there.
It was an emotional day for you, Bud, I know, and it's well-deserved.
Thank you. And these two women, I believe, one day will be there, too, at Newport. And let's look at the numbers for the first set by our numbers cruncher, Ross Schneiderman.
More than twice as many winners for Arantxa Sanchez Vicario.
Arantxa led 4-1 in the first set. Conchita caught her. Then Arantxa won the last two games.
Smart time for a drop shot. Conchita was about 3 feet behind the baseline. Got a good angle on it as well. Hits this one nice and deep. Conchita tries for the angle.
Woo. That was almost parallel to the net, 15-all.
Conchita is a great mover. It's deceiving in how quick she moves around the court.
That looked long. It's in play.
Arantxa with a deep, deep forehand. Comes in, again, takes this one out of the air. Smart choice here. Tries for the angle. It's one of the reasons why Arantxa's 2 in the world is she's so smart. Uses the angles, uses the full court.
Drop volley. Looked like McEnroe, our pal from Wimbledon. Sneaker. 3 points won by droppers.
Conchita's going to have to start to think about hitting those high loopers because Arantxa's coming in time after time, winning the points. Good stretch from Arantxa. Very tall, 5'6".
40-15. Any place in the court was a winner.
Very tall compared to the rest of the top players. Of course, Lindsay Davenport's 6'2",
the
probably
great
the tallest.
height hope, yeah. So we're in the second set. First one went to Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, who led 4-1, was overtaken, then grabbed the last 2 games. Conchita Martinez has saved a break point in the opening game of the second.
The umpire, the linesman, was unsighted. Arantxa was in his way. So the umpire overruled.
Well, that happens sometimes. Net cord won't go.
That was a 68-mile-an-hour first serve. She's not really going for that first serve, but that's the next thing that she's going to be working on with her coach. He wants to try to slow down the racket head speed on her serve. I'll explain in 1 minute. Right now she has a quick motion, kind of like a Roscoe Tanner a few years back, and he says the timing has to be absolutely precise. If it's off, she loses confidence and can only kick the serve in. He wants to slow it down so it can be more consistent all the time. 67 miles an hour, that first serve.
That was the 23rd stroke.
And not the looping shots that we've seen before. few slices thrown in.
Conchita riding a 20-match winning streak. Her last defeat by Sanchez Vicario, semis of the French. What a get! It's good! Sanchez, come back! Conchita Martinez, even though that was a spectacular retrieve by Sanchez Vicario, she really let up on that smash. And now she faces a break point.
That ball was coming down. It was so high. Maybe she should have let it bounce. Arantxa has to check out whether her lob's in or not. It actually landed right on the line. What a recovery by Arantxa.
It's break point.
The speed is picked up of the ball, the pace of the ball. Both driving it more. See this ball, she really got a lot of racket head speed, a lot of top spin. Of course, that racket head speed is what gives the power and the pace.
Deuce. The Wimbledon champion serving to the French champion. Miss hit break point.
You tend to see more miss hits from players that have heavy, heavy topspin like that.
Bjorn Borg used to do it all the time. But he always won.
Sanchez Vicario converting 3 of 7 chances. 50% for Martinez.
Wide, and Sanchez Vicario is up a break. 2-1. She has a winning lead.
In tennis, you don't just play the opponent. You've got to play the ball. It's how you play the ball that determines whether your shot is in or out, whether the point is won or lost. Now, you can play the ball and win with this half-hour video by Tennis Magazine instruction editor Vic Braden. Free with a 1-year subscription. 12 issues of Tennis Magazine.
Call 800-348-3300 for a full year of Tennis Magazine plus this free video. Just $16.77. Call 800-348-3300 now.
The first time you go out with someone, you want everything to be right.
Every time he gets close.
All her life. But this woman was not. She had to leave home, go to Switzerland, where Eric Van Harpen, her coach, took her under his wing after meeting her in Barcelona. She
moved to Switzerland when she was 14. They've broken up 3 times, but always get back together.
He and her coach.
Yes, she feels very confident with him. She feels he knows her game best.
You know, he tells her exactly what he thinks. There's Eric sitting in the corner, and that sometimes upsets her a great deal, but she always comes back because she knows he's generally right. What a year for him. A Wimbledon champion, and he's about to become a father. Oh, the Duchess of the drop.
Another backhand winner. On that high backhand volley. Great touch there. Yeah, Eric Van Harpen said, what could be better? You start out with your pupil, She goes on and wins Wimbledon. That's every coach's dream. Good touch from Arantxa.
I said, are you a different guy? He said, I'm richer. Arantxa starting to live at the net. Why not?
30-15.
It took her a long time to be convinced. There's Mama, Marisa Sanchez. She worked a long time on volleying with Mervyn Rose, the wonderful Australian.
Arantxa's had a lot of great coaches. Mike Estep, who was Martinez' coach before that. Sven Grunwald, who was Monica Seles' hitting partner. Also worked with Carlos Kiermaier, who worked with Sabatini. Right. I think she hires him right afterwards to get the secrets.
Now Gabriel Urpi, who's a Barcelonan.
He's been working with her for about 4 months.
Overruled by Donna Ring, the chair umpire. I think she was correct. It's a double fault. It's the only one of the day. And it takes Arantxa to break point. There's Donna.
Arantxa has a very safe serve. It's rare for her to serve double faults because she has a lot of topspin. She hits it very high over the net, and the topspin brings it back down into the court.
Conchita just cannot seem to find her rhythm, but of course Arantxa has something to do with that.
That's right, that one, the wind is blowing from Conchita's right to her left. Pulled a little bit too far.
She cannot find her money shot.
No, that's it right there. That's her bread and butter. Pulled it down into the net. She gets set up well, good balance, then just pulls it down. Not enough lift on that shot.
Advantage to Sanchez Vicario. Van Harpen doesn't like that much. Serve and volley, caught the line! And Sanchez Vicario out of trouble to a 3-1 lead.
Due to
time to help local charities wherever they play.
I smoke. I don't ask me for that. Very sad.
Or encourage future champs.
Ball, look at the ball and hit it straight. Right, much better.
Wonderful swings with a pen, too. Before moving on to the next tournament on the WTA Tour. So, a chance for Martinez to come back into it. But Sanchez Vicario, a serve and volley to close out the game.
These two actually played each other last night in doubles. Sanchez Vicario playing with Novotna, beat Martinez and Terabini. It was a good match, though. The crowd really enjoyed it.
So Martinez can afford no more breaks. She was down double break in the first. Got out of it, only to lose the set. And now, love 30.
Well, this is the game for Martinez to stay in this match.
She has to have it.
A must-win game.
And Spike Lee would say she has to have it.
15-30.
She's got to have it. I guess that was the title.
Conchita looks a little confused. That was a weird time to drop shot there. It wasn't really even a complete drop shot. Doesn't know which tactics to use.
She may not have seen this Sanchez Vicario before, even though it's their 8th meeting. And break points as Arantxa camps well inside the baseline.
Arantxa looks sharper today. She looks more aggressive, moving better. Good racket preparation on that overhead.
Couple of break points. Saves one with a striper.
Rare forehand winner from Conchita Martinez.
Still breaker. And the break. And Sanchez Vicario with a heavy lead, 6-4, 4-1. We'll be back.
Looks like she's wearing fakes.
Toys powered by Toshiba are on display at the Toshiba Gallery here at La Costa. Toshiba batteries keep it going, and Gigi Fernandez playing virtual reality tennis. Well, she probably lost. And the FST Perfect Television. It's Toshiba time at La Costa. And it's panic time, maybe, for Conchita Martinez on her 20-match winning streak, because she's facing a pal and a rival and a countrywoman, Sanchez Vicario, and the stats that favor Sanchez Vicario in that she is 5-2 against Conchita, and this year she is 7-0 in semifinal matches. This is her 8th. But Conchita was down 4-1 in the first set and came back.
But the difference has been definitely Arantxa's approaches to the net. She's approached the net 28 times, winning 21 of those points.
Wow, who is she? Is her name Martina or Arantxa? Now, Conchita's been content to be a high roller.
Arantxa going for the line, but she's played so well with controlled aggression today, trying to get to that net, but still not making a lot of unforced errors. Her coach, Gabrielle Erpe, said last week when they played in Stratton Mountain, Vermont, Arantxa made too many unforced errors. Needed to cut down on those.
Well, we knew she could drop shot so well on clay, but what a performance on a hard court.
She has a terrific drop shot. This ball is just on the line. Conchita, I still don't think is moving as well as I've seen her move the rest of the week.
15-30. Wasn't a bad approach.
It wasn't. It had some good slice on it. Maybe not enough speed, enough pace. Arantxa had enough time to get there.
But where was Conchita going? She was looking cross-court.
She didn't move over quite far enough to guard that down the line.
It's 30 all, second serve. And a break point for Conchita. Look at those numbers, Tracy.
More for Sanchez Vicario, and she's doing very well. But Conchita's doing well as well when she gets up there.
But not as often. She missed it. She thought a lot about that, didn't she?
She did. You know, and the last time Arantxa hit that high shot, Conchita hit it out of the air. This time she decided to let it bounce, which was smarter because it was so high, but went for too much.
Deuce.
So hard to time those very high lobs.
Conchita has had 2 break points in this set. Cashed neither. Another breaker. Sanchez Vicario has done better on the break points. Second deuce.
Break point, 2 inches wide on Arantxa's forehand side this time. 2 inches wide on the backhand. She's going for it more. Just missing today, not quite as sharp. She's been playing so well for about 2 months solid.
Her coach, Eric Van Harpen.
Conchita winning Wimbledon, then won Fed Cup with Arantxa, then Stratton last week on a high. But you have those days, Bud, where you just, nothing seems to work. Your feet don't want to move as well as they usually do. Don't concentrate quite as well. And your opponent is all over the court.
So she had a very happy, hard-working practice session with Gigi Fernandez right before the match. So third deuce, our longest game.
She said after Wimbledon, she went home and celebrated for about a week. Went and visited the president, went and visited the king. That meant so much to her because when Arantxa won the French, the king was there and he said, now we all have to help Conchita. Of course, because Ruggiero won the men's event in the French. And she said that meant a lot to her to read that in the paper. The king was behind her.
Conchita cautious with her overhead, and it costs her.
That's the one, Bud, I think she should let bounce. They're so high, it's very difficult to time. Look how far back she is on that volley. Sets up easy pass for Arantxa.
And Arantxa just goes on and on. She may be on Toshiba batteries. She has a point. for 5-1. It's very close, and it is 5-1 despite 2 break points. So, tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, Dream Team keeps on scheming on NBC. The World Championships of basketball, loaded up with all those people like the Shaq, Lonzo Mourning, Mark Price, Conchita, serving to keep her 20-match winning streak alive a little longer. She pulled that one out of the scoreboard.
She is
for a winner
today. Unbelievable. Arantxa's so quick around the court and strong to get that back into the court.
Just to reach it. And then she hits a winner like that. Whoa. Whoa.
A little bit risky there. It wasn't that far long.
Well, she didn't have it. Joe Kwai called out very firmly. 15 all, but 3 points from defeat is Conchita.
Another one off the frame.
Well, it may be Senorita Topspin, but Arantxa's been a spin doctor. She's put a different spin on it altogether. Could use her at the White House. No, and here's match point.
That's just a shot where she mentally quit, but she was on the baseline, not a time to try a drop shot.
And it's gone, the 20-match winning streak. What a wonderful ride it's been for Conchita Martinez, all the way to the top, to the Wimbledon title. But the Barcelona Bumblebee stings her back to earth. 6-4, 6-1, and is into the final of the Toshiba Classic. So we'll hear from Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, have our prudential update, and a report on the other semifinal, the champ Steffi Graf, and a surprising Tammy Whitlinger-Jones, an American.
Sunday, meet the man who doesn't need any mask. Ernest.
I'm just that kind of guy.
Because as good as television gets. By Blue Blocker High Resolution Sunglasses. By Dean Witter. There are many ways to measure success. Dean Witter measures success one investor at a time. And by Fixodent. Fixodent and forget it.
Thank you. We return to match point. For bragging rights in Barcelona, and Arantxa Sanchez Vicario on the far side is going to have them as the 20-match winning streak of Conchita vanishes. The French Open champion defeats the Wimbledon champion 6-4, 6-1, and she's into the final. Probably against Steffi Graf, and now let's go down to the hard court. Tracy Austin has Arantxa Sanchez Vicario.
Arantxa, you just lost to Conchita last week, actually 6 days ago. What was the difference today?
Well, I think that today I was more patient, and I just wait until I have a short ball, and I tried to go in, attack her, and I moved the ball really well. I volley well, and also, I take the right moments, so that makes a difference from last week.
I was really impressed with how you came into the net. You were so confident up there all over the court.
Yes, I think that, I have the ability to do that, and I'm trying, to put everything on my game. And today, I think the other matches helped me a lot that I go through. But today I was very solid, very consistent, concentrate every point, and really very proud because I saw myself, doing a new thing, and it's worked out really well.
It did. Now, looking forward to tomorrow. If you should play Steffi Graf, what do you expect?
Well, I expect a very tough match. I think that we'll have to run a lot, but I will try to do the same what I did, against Conchita. Try to be aggressive and try to go to the net, hit my ground stroke with, with confidence, and see what happens.
You played a great match. Congratulations, Arantxa.
Thank you very much.
Back to you.
Thank you, Tracy Austin with Arantxa Sanchez, Vicario. We're going to return with a report on the other semifinal, Steffi Graf and the American Tammy Whitlinger-Jones. And after this message, Prudential Update with Hannah Storm.
Preseason football action heats up next Saturday on NBC.
This is the NBC Sports Prudential Update. Now, Hannah Storm.
Welcome to our Prudential Update studio in New York. On what might be the last Saturday of the 1994 baseball season, no news on the strike, which is still set for Friday. But one matinee in the majors today, Cleveland was at Fenway Park to play the Red Sox. This is the first game of their day-night doubleheader where the hitting star was Boston shortstop John Valentin, who had a career-high 5 hits on the day. This was his first inning double off Jason Grimsley that scored Otis Nixon and Carlos Rodriguez. As Valentin ended up knocking in 5 runs on the afternoon, Boston wins it 8-4 and knocks the Indians temporarily a half a game behind the White Sox in the American League Central. One preseason NFL game also this afternoon. The LA
The champion, she leads Tammy Whitlinger 6-3, 5-2. Whitlinger has saved a match point as Graf double faulted, and we're live from La Costa. I'm Bud Collins with Tracy Austin, and there is the break. And so this Tammy Whitlinger, who is she? Tammy Whitlinger-Jones, actually, recently married to top flight player Kelly Jones. She is the greatest player in the history of Neenah, Wisconsin. Comes from a tennis family. Her father, Warren, coaches her. Her brother, John Whitlinger, coach at Stanford. And she's a Stanford player, and now she's brought it up to 3-5. Saved a match point. Tracy, she is resisting admirably.
She's very gritty, moves very well along the baseline. Steffi Graf has been getting frustrated, overhitting the ball.
Graf, who has racked up a record of 45 match wins against only 3 defeats. She's the Australian champion. And Tammy Whitlinger-Jones is 12-12 for the season, has never won a title. Graf has won 85. Because of our commercial exigencies, we probably won't be able to bring you the end of this match, but the winner, and right now it appears to be Graf, will oppose Arantxa Sanchez Vicario for the title. That's a rematch of last year's final.
Tammy Whitlinger, just to know where she comes from, she's 83 in the world. She won her first 2 rounds in 3 sets, then beat Gabaldon 6-2, 3-love. Gabaldon had to retire, and in the quarters, Lindsay Davenport couldn't even make it to the court. She had to pull a calf muscle.
So this is the Blue Cross baby. Whitlinger, she's had some breaks in this tournament, but she is holding on to this match. Everybody expected it would be one of those one-and-love jobs. Never played before. The battle of the blondes, and Fräulein forehand is getting as good as she's been giving.
This is Tammy's best result so far this year. She got to the quarterfinals last week in Stratton Mountain.
Her sister Terry was on the Pro Tour for a while, and her brother John was as well. What's the call? Baseline, she got it. And so, here are 2 more match points for Steffi Graf, #1 player in the world. The woman 82 spaces below her has fought well. stop playing. And so we'll lose the point.
No, the linesman did call it late.
Well,
Steffi said she heard him call it, and he did point long, but it was a late call.
Well, let's see what umpire Donna Ring has to say. She's playing a let. There was indecision at the baseline. Steffi heard the out call and stopped playing. It's still 15-40, the point to be replayed. It's still double match point against Tammy Whitlinger-Jones. Tammy, and another match point dissolves. So, a little bit of suspense. You're going to have to check your nightly news. We leave Tammy Whitlinger hanging by match point tomorrow, 2 Eastern, the Toshiba Classic right here. And that's against Sanchez Vicario. And after that, the World Championship of Basketball. Tracy Austin, Bud Collins. Adios until mañana.
In a new world, a new
former champion. The comeback. Sometimes they come back from another field of dreams, and sometimes the comeback gives us a chill. This comeback, well, it makes us smile.
I am back. I'm back. I am back.
I don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. Hanging on the promises and songs of yesterday, and I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. And I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time.
I'm back.
And guess who's waiting? Only the greatest of all time, Martina Navratilova. Yes, Monica's back.
And so am I.
Atlantic City, they built this one on sand, and through the years, it's been the playground of the Atlantic seaboard. In short, through the decades, they've come here for fun in the sun. And all the memories they